So yesterday we've seen how to define data objects using data statement, how to display the output using write statement. We have also observed move, but we did not use move statement, but we have implemented the similar functionality. That is copying one variable value to other variable. You can also use move statement. Okay, for that, or you can use variable 1 equal to variable 2. There is no difference. Okay, and today we'll see constants. So what is data statement? Data statement is used to define the data objects like variables, work areas, and internal tables. And what is parameter statement?
It is used to create input
Yeah,
data.
parameter statement is used to define user inputs. You can also call selection screen inputs. Okay, so what is parameter? Parameter is a input option which can accept single value as input. Okay, we can pass only single value, that is one customer name or one student name or one student number or one employee ID. We can pass only one value, single value, right? We cannot pass multiple values as input for the parameters. Okay, clear? Okay, so today we'll see constants. What is a constant in general?
Constant, there is no change.
Mm.
No change.
If you say something is constant, there is no change in it. It's not going to be changed in future. Okay, so
Okay.
constants are also like variables. How we define variables? How you define variable?
Data.
Using data statement. Data,
Data
variable name, type,
type.
relevant data type and length.
Type or length.
Constant declaration is also same, but we use constants. Constants, constant name, type, relevant data type. Okay, when you are defining a constant, instead of data we use constants. What is the difference here? In addition to the declaration, we pass the value, constant value. Okay, that value is not going to be changed in the program. If you want to pass data to the variable, you can clear the value and pass the new value, right, for the variable. Can we do it or not? Can we pass new values or not for the variable by clearing the existing value? Confusing? What we did yesterday, we defined a variable and passed some value to it, and after that we cleared the value and passed the new value, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is variable. But when it comes to constant, you cannot change the value. Once you pass the value to the constant, that is not going to be changed. You cannot clear the value and you cannot pass the new value. Clear?
That means you cannot change once we enter the value after that.
Once you assign the value to the constant, you cannot change in the program runtime. Okay.
Okay.
Here see clear statement. What is clear statement?
To clear the variable.
Clear the
To
data.
clear the data in the variable. What is refresh? Refresh generally used for internal tables and work areas. If you want to clear a record from work area or multiple records from the variable, we use a refresh statement. Okay, clear? For work area, we can use clear statement. For variables and work areas, we can use clear statement. But to clear records in the internal table, we use a refresh statement. We'll see that in the further sessions. Okay.
Okay.
And we have select statement. What is select statement? Select statement is used to select or read data from the database tables. Okay. So select statement read data from the database tables and keep it in the internal table or work area. Okay.
Okay. And here read option also is there. What is the difference between select and read?
Read is different. Read I'll explain you in the next sessions. Okay. I don't want to confuse. Okay. For now, just remember data statement, constant parameters, write statement and select statement, clear statement. Okay.
Okay.
Read we apply on internal tables,
Oh,
not on database tables. Read statements we apply on internal tables data. So whatever the data in internal table, we use read statement. Okay.
okay.
So what is the T code to create a program?
SC38.
Okay. We'll create one more program. Create the program. So what is the statement to define a constant?
DC fixed.
Constant.
Constants. Constants is the keyword. And constant name. For constants, I'll use the naming convention. Like when you look at that name, when you look at that name, you should be able to say what is it? Is it a parameter, variable, or constant? You can give any name here, but when you open the program, when you look at this p underscore value, you should be able to say what is the type of that variable? Is it a parameter, constant, or variable? That's why we use proper naming conventions. Okay. Otherwise, you can give any name within a specified length. Okay. For constants, I'll use cx or c underscore c underscore city. Type c, length 30. So is it similar to variable declaration or not?
Similar.
It is similar, right? Only instead of data statement, we are using constants. But what is the additional thing we need to do here? We have to pass the value for the constants at the time of declaration only. Okay. Clear?
And that you are writing no data local variable underscore state అని.
Mm.
Local underscore state అనేది mandatory or we can use something in it.
Which one?
డేటా తర్వాత లోకల్ ఎల్వి అండర్స్కోర్
LV.
అది మ్యాండేటరీ ఇందులో లేకపోతే మనం ఇంకేమైనా టైప్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
You can also use state.
Like anything we can write it.
Anything you can type. You can type anything. But that's not a proper programming structure. If you use some junk name, how can you
Okay.
know? How can you know that what is the value you have defined it for? When you open the source code, it will work. I'm not saying it's not going to work. It will definitely work. But when you look at the program, when you are writing the program, how can you know that what is this value? What is this variable for? Okay.
Okay.
There is no proper meaning, right, for this name.
Yes.
For that reason, we are using now in the program. Whenever you see this one, are you able to identify or not? What is LV? LV means okay, look, it's a local variable. It is for state value. You can be able to identify, right, by looking at the name.
Yeah. Compared to that one, it is
Mm.
advantage.
That's why we use proper naming conventions. It is very important. Okay.
Oh.
For constants, generally use C underscore, because when you look at this thing, you can be able to identify, okay, it is a constant. Okay. Only the keywords which are highlighted in blue color are syntaxes. You should be able to use, you should be use same name. You should use same name. You cannot change the different names. Okay. Because they are syntax. Is it clear? Check the syntax, activate the program, and execute. So variable is Andhra Pradesh, parameter is test data, constant is Kavali. Okay, this is constant, right? Now, now let's try to change this value. How to clear the value of any data object?
How to
How to clear the value of a data object or a variable?
clear, clear state.
I'm trying to clear constant, the value of the constant. Let's check the syntax. What is saying? The
City.
field c underscore city cannot be modified. Why? Because it is a constant. Okay, is it clear? Let's try to clear the parameter. What is parameter?
State type.
What is parameter?
Evaluate
Use.
Passes and
So in
single input
parameter,
instruction.
user is going to pass the input. Okay, we have input value in the parameter, selection screen input in the parameter. Let's try to clear parameter value. Okay, I'm able to clear the parameter value, but you cannot clear the value of the constant. Clear? Or you cannot pass new value. For the state, I can pass the value like this. I can update. I can clear the value. I can update with the new name. For the parameter, I can update with the new value, right? But
Yes.
for constant, we cannot do that. But why we use constants? Let's say your company is operating only in India. There is no office in other countries. Okay, so that I'm not going to use other country values in my programs. So that what I will do, I will create a constant for country and assign country as India, and that cannot be changed. Okay, clear? In that scenarios, we use constants. If you want to use any fixed values which are not going to change in the program runtime. Okay, is it clear?
Clear.
Now I will show you one more option. Like to define the variables, we have one alternative solution. Create the program. So how to define a variable? Tell me the syntax to define a variable.
Um,
Tell me the syntax to define the variable.
Declare.
The other guys are not responding. The other two guys are not even responding. Sai and Lahari. What is the syntax to define the variable?
Using parameter.
So what is parameter?
It is used to
Can
create
define it.
user input.
That is for user input. But I am talking about variable. Data,
Data,
variable name,
type, type,
type, data type,
integer or character.
and length.
C means character length.
C means character. Okay.
But the entire C length means maybe that is integer. Will come in under integer.
No. For integer, we use number type,
Number.
or we have integer type.
Okay.
Okay. C can accept anything, including characters, numbers, special characters, anything. Okay. C means like this. Okay. Can accept anything, including special characters.
Okay.
Can also define like this without using length. Okay. I'll pass first name to name one, and last name to name two variable. Okay. Clear?
Clear.
Now this is the output, first name and last name. But I have a other alternative to define variables. I have other alternative to define the variables, that is called inline declarations. I'm not declaring the variables. I'm declaring here itself when passing the value data. Okay.
That means without writing about
Yeah, you don't need to write above statements. You can directly pass the values and declare at the same statement. This is called inline declaration. What is it?
Healing
and
declaration.
declare.
Inline declaration using data and with these brackets. Include within that bracket, you need to use a variable name. Okay, check the syntax. Is the same output. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
If you want to pass new value, passing a value which is length is higher than the existing value. Let's see how it is going to work. I'm updating the value, but it's not taking the remaining length. Did you observe that?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it is taking only this length. It is going to it's going to create the variable with this length. What is the value you are passing? It is going to create the value with the same length. Okay.
Okay.
So when defining the inline declarations, you should keep in mind that whether you are going to pass data which is higher than this value. Okay. You need to keep in mind that. Okay. Let's say we'll do like this. We'll comment this. Now, now what is the length that is going to be assigned to LV underscore name to? I'm passing LV underscore name 1 to name 2 at the time of inline declaration. Now, what is the length of this LV underscore name to?
40.
40. Because we are assigning LV underscore name 1 value to name 2. Whatever the length it is available in here, it will be assigned to name 2. Or let's check how it is going to work. Keep the breakpoint. Name 1 it is character 40. You can also see here types character 40. Now, what do we have in name 2? Nothing. So it's assigned character 40 to name 2 at the time of inline declaration. Okay, clear? So whatever the value you are assigning, the same length will be assigned to the variable. Okay, is it clear? In general, we are not going to use this kind of hard-coded values in programs. That's why we are not going to get that length issues. Every time we are going to assign one variable value to other variable. Okay.
Okay.
It is clear, right, about inline declarations? Now, in debug mode, in debug, when you are testing the program, when you are debugging the program to find a issue, if you want to change the values, you can change the values of any variable. Whatever the values assigned in the program level, you can change it like this. You can see this pen symbol, right? Or double click on this variable. You can see this pencil symbol, click on it. I can change the value and enter. When you click on the pen symbol, enter the value and click on enter. So that value will be assigned. Now see here in LV underscore name 2, I have updated last name, right? Is it clear? Is it clear about inline declarations?
One second, repeat.
So inline declarations is used to define variables. Okay? Without writing this syntax, data statement syntax, you can define the variable here itself using data LV underscore name 1 and pass the value, whatever the value you want to pass. You don't need to explicitly define that variable. Okay? If you compare the previous program, you can get to know the difference. So how you define the variable here? Using data statement, and then you're passing value to the variables. But here we are defining at the time of passing the values itself. Yesterday we did a calculation, right? How can we do now? LV underscore result equal to 2 plus 3. Okay, like this. You can pass the result value will be applied to the LV underscore result variable. You cannot do like this. Okay, if you have parameters, you can pass here parameter 1 plus
Wait.
like this. You don't need to define this result variable separately. Clear? But why we are using these statements, these data statements to define variables? So these inline declarations are introduced in new versions of the ABAP. Okay, new versions of the ABAP. Data statement in the previous versions, we used data statement to define the variables, work areas, or internal tables. In this new version, still we need to use data statement, but we don't need to write a separate statement to define the variable. We can do it in line. When you are passing the value, you can define the variable. These additional statements are not required now. Sometimes, but sometimes there is a dependency to define variable using a specified length here. Okay, but most of the times you can use these inline declarations, which are very convenient. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, what is the type of this LV underscore result?
Parameter.
Hmm?
Number.
Variable.
It is a variable, but what is the type it's going to be assigned?
Variable type.
Variable is not a type. Variable is a data object. What is the
Data.
type of, what is the data type of this variable?
Character.
Number.
Numerical type. It's going to be assigned a numerical type. Let's see. So what is the type of this variable? Integer. Integer with length 4. Okay, clear? Type I. Clear? We'll create a program. Now you see how we define the variable. Now we'll see how to define work areas and internal tables. What is this? What is the first one?
Work area.
This is internal table, right? Now let's see how to define internal table and work area. Okay. But usually we use internal table and work area when we are using select statements to select the data into work area and variable. But we can also use it locally, but to populate the local data. Okay. First we'll see how to define a work area or variable. So how work area is different from variable?
Variable is a single.
Variable is a single value, but work area contains multiple
Multiple
fields.
fields.
Now
Multiple values.
we use types statement to define the multiple fields. First we need to define what are the fields you have in your work area. Types begin off. Use some name like ty underscore ty underscore emp. Okay, comma emp id. Type C, or we can just use this without using length n. Or e name 40. You don't need to specify the length for type I. I means integer. You can also take n. N is also for numbers, right?
Yes.
You can also take integer. Integer is like a perfect numerical type data type. You cannot pass character type data to the integer. It is only for numerical data. But numbers, it will accept, you can pass the character type data, but it will just ignore characters and accepts only numbers. It's not going to throw any error. Okay. Also, for numbers, if there is no value, you can see zeros, right? But for integer, if there is no value, it is empty. Clear? Now, this is called type structure. What is this?
Type.
Type structure is used to define work area and variable in the program level. You can also refer database table names to define a work area and variable. But for now, to understand the variables and work area, we use type structures. Instead of database tables, we can take this type structure reference to create the work area and variable. Okay. Is it clear how to define the type structure? Types begin off is the keyword and the type structure name. As I said, it is the naming convention. You have to use some proper name to identify it is a type structure. Okay. And include the list of the fields which you want to add to the work area. Okay. And end of type structure. Now, define the work area. What is the statement to define a work area?
Type.
WA.
What is the statement to define a work area?
Data.
Data statement. Data used to define the work area. Data. For work area, what is the naming convention? We can use WA underscore EMP, or we can also use LS underscore EMP. These are all for work area naming conventions. For now, I'll use WA underscore EMP. WA means work area for employee data. Type. What is the type we have to take here? This one. TY underscore EMP. Clear? Now this work area contains, now the work area structure is like this. Sorry. Same. Now the work area will be like this. EMP ID,
Name.
ename. What is the salary, right? Now now we have created a work area with this structure. In the memory, the work area is like this with these three fields after defining it using the data statement. Okay, is it clear?